Alright, so after that detour, that was the Gauntlet of Parallel Quest 122 challenges. I'm finally back for some more Hero Colosseum on the channel. And before we get into today's vid, I just want to quickly go over the deck, so I don't have to worry about the timer going down as soon as the match starts. I'm really just showcasing one of the figures I really don't use very much, and that's this Goku figure here. Now, I've got him with defense up second, I have Vados, I've also got Whis, and as a safety net, I have Super Saiyan 4 Goku here as well. So, I'm gonna see how long I can get away with just putting Goku, Whis, and Vados on the field for mostly the entire match, for a couple of the free battles I'll be showing here. And if I need to, that's when I'll break out the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Trunks is just here to be an ace in the hole and end the match quicker. Also just realized something, I do not have ultimate gauge up turn 5, so I need to watch that actually. You know what, he's already got enough attack as is. Then again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold on to him. You know, it should be fun. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Do I have another one of these all duped in the HP? Fortunately, I do not. I thought I did. Oh well. Yeah. I'm that paranoid, so I'm actually going to improvise here. Why don't we get rid of this? Where are you? There we go. Alright, that was a good waste of time. Let's get right into it now. I'm not really all that too worried with this team, but still, it's nice to just play it safe when you can. Because you also have to keep in mind, I'm not really throwing Super Saiyan 4 Goku out on the field unless I absolutely need to. I mean, it probably would be really nice to have him just completely neuter the hell out of the opponent, but still, I want to at least showcase this figure off somewhat. And that's a problem I'm noticing lately with a couple of my showcase videos. I tend to just default back to my default strategy of just abusing the ever-living hell out of Vados, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Piccolo. It's a good thing I probably have that defense up second on Goku, because maybe I'll be able to get another turn out of him. We'll have to see. His attack stat is like really ridiculous. They could have given him a bit more HP, and I would say he's probably one of the most broken figures in the game. Considering they have a lot of damage mitigation, I would say that was pretty dang good for that first turn. What's also nice about him is he's increasing his allies' attack on both sides, which is very welcome and very helpful. And what's doubly nice is they've each taken just a sliver of HP damage. I swear, it is really hard for your team to die when you got both Whis and Vados on the field. Oh, nice. I might even be able to get another turn. Assuming that Super Saiyan got Super Saiyan keeps him also on the field here. Obviously, the other heavy hitter besides Trunks is Zamasu, and even then, didn't seem to do all that much this turn. Did I say Zamasu? I didn't mean Zamasu, I meant Blue Vegito. I was initially going to do like an all-blue deck just for the hell of it, but you know how I am, I prefer coverage all across the board when I can. It's not something I can necessarily help, that's just my utter preference and playstyle of the game. I also really prefer to have that ultimate gauge up turn 5 because you'd be surprised how many of these free battles have ultimate gauge down every turn on like all 5 of their figures, which gets really annoying. That's not a good sign, I got all 6s. Well, thankfully there's a 4th one, but still. I also get questions often about what's really the good difference between Vados and Whis. See, a lot of the numbers in this game have really obnoxiously high attack stats, a lot of the great figures in the game. Now, when you look at all the good figures in the game, not a whole lot of them have, you know, that much defense to them. So what's basically happening is Vados is mitigating the amount of damage your opponent does by like 30%. So let's say their attack stat by the end of the turn before the fight actually starts. And with Whis, all he's really doing is he's adding a 30% defense buff to your own figure. And I want to say it's based off of their own defense stat that's there already. Now, I could be wrong. That's how I think it works, though. Because it would be the only thing that makes sense. Because there will be often times where I throw out Whis, and I expected my figures to tank a bit more, and that just was not the case. And see, right here is a perfect example. So thankfully I was able to show off Blue Goku for a bit. But now if I absolutely need to, I've got Trunks here also. I got Super Saiyan 4 Goku, just in case. And there we go, that's why I like having that. Yeah, you know, this will probably one-shot him anyway. Even with both Whis and Vados on the field. It's not like it's a UI Goku. Oh, by the way, you know what's funny about Super Saiyan 4 Goku? So let's say, for example, there's an enemy UI Goku on the other side of the field. And you have an ultimate up. And you've had Super Saiyan 4 Goku on the field for quite a number of turns with the enemy UI Goku there. You don't even necessarily need to make Trunks an O1 figure. You can put him on the field with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's going to mitigate a lot of the ultimate debuff that UI Goku has. You could still pull off a really high number. You'd be pulling off a very below average one if you were to have, you know, Piccolo out there with Super Saiyan 4 Goku instead, but... Anyway, I only bring that up because I've done, like, a bunch of playtesting against Supreme kind of time, so... thought that might help a few players out. And speaking of UI Goku, why don't we go ahead and do his free battle? I forgot if he got a second one. I want to say yes. And here's a very average figure that no one in their right mind would use. You know what's really broken especially? Just look at this. Like, these are skills that we wish we could get. And then they still have 2 slots. Seriously, some free battles are just broken. Again, though, it makes sense. They can't Spirit Bomb. And they can't do, counterattacks. Obviously, the Conton City battles can Spirit Bomb, but that's all they can do. And even then, at the end of it, it's AI. They screw up a lot with their figure placements, anyway. By the way, if you're looking for some more Hero Colosseum content, I would recommend going in to check out Rock and Robo right now. He's got a tournament going on. I'm actually looking forward to watching the whole thing. Haven't gotten a chance to check out the first matchup yet. Probably gonna do that after I get done recording here, actually. And I also wanted to give everyone a bit of a forewarning. So, as you all may or may not know, Super Mario 3D World is coming out on the Switch in like a day or two at the time of this recording. I may or may not go away for a little bit to completely 100% the ever-living hell out of it with all 5 characters. And I'm not even gonna do any, abusive glitching or whatnot with adding more players with or tricks or anything. I'm gonna do it all one at a time with each character. Like, I thoroughly want to enjoy the hell out of that game. I'm gonna go after all the stamps and obviously Rosalina and pretty much everything else. So don't worry, I'm not leaving you dry. It's just my recording is probably gonna be more in spurts. Jesus, Vados took a lot of damage. Vegeta is so obnoxiously overpowered. And now the same thing is probably going to happen to Whis, which sucks. Damn it, I went first. That's not good. I'm more or less kind of screwed here if Goku gets the upper hand, especially with 17. As I want to say, he's also got 17 with 01 skills on. I'm thinking of either this free battle or rather it's in this free battle or Jiren's. I forget which. I want to say it's this one. Please kill Piccolo, I really need that. Thank you. Unfortunately, there goes Vados. Yeah, it is this free battle with, why does he have 2 01 users? Whatever. And right here is where I start busting out Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This is exactly the kind of shit I mean here. And I'm actually going to try to outspeed because I really need that right now. Yeah, as I fear, he's not really going to do a whole lot. This isn't going to be much more help either. Oh, very nice. Still managed to kill him at least. Now, I know I went first, but just look at the amount of attack that Goku has. That's ridiculous. That's really freaking good numbers on the attack. The only, again, downside is still pretty squishy. You can at least put him on the field a bit better than you can Blue Vegeta, but even then it's usually safer to put either than just playing Vados, which really defeats the purpose of this Goku's trigger pose, because you want to buff members both on his left and his right. You can't really do that if you're just putting in behind Vados. But let's finish out this fight with Trunks. And thankfully, this Blue Goku figure is actually really not that bad. One thing you could also technically do different if you wanted, which... I'm kind of wondering why I didn't just do it that way. You could maybe put out, instead of Whis, you could put him on the field with SSG Goku. And just keep piling on defense. That would also be a really good idea. Let's see, did Goku have another free battle? I kind of want to do it just for the hell of it before I end off here. He does. Okay, he doesn't. I'm thinking of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta that has 2 7 3-star battles. Doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, we have Blue Evolution Vegeta down here, and then we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then we have SSG Goku. Like, what? I was expecting Goku after I saw that, but okay. You know, why don't we end up with Broly? We haven't done this one in a while. And just for the hell of it, I did make another save file on both my Saiyans and both my Earthlings. I got another one off to the side with just their regular hair on it, because I was able to do something last night I haven't in ages, which is, you know, actually go into Conton City with any of those characters and actually interact with other people's created characters. It was just nice to have that interaction again after so long. Because when you go into Conton City and you have default Super Saiyan 3 hair, again, for whatever reason, to everybody else it makes you completely invisible. Not the case with the default giant-sized Namekian thing you can do. It's funny, what you can do is if you have a cheat engine for your Namekian, you set the height to 8, and then in Conton City, everyone's going to see your giant Namekian. It's actually really funny to see. In fact, my buddy QB4 did that with a couple of his friends. Attracted quite a bit of attention in Conton. It was funny to see. Thing is, it makes it really awkward to fight when you actually get into quests and whatnot. The camera's just like really zoomed in on your giant Namekian's ass, pretty much. And all the attacks you'll use look way too small. Like, just to give you a good example, Divine Lasso. It's funny, QB4 showed me a clip some time ago. He was using that, and you just see a really, really small dinky blade coming out of his hand. Like, he does the pose and everything, but it's the same attack size and whatnot. Otherwise, obviously, that'd be broken. And they weren't made with, you know, that in mind. Or rather, that Namekian size wasn't made with the attack in mind like that. That would just be really broken. I just realized, am I on turn 1 or 2 or 3? I'm hoping it's turn 2. I just realized, also, I probably should have tried to go first. Yeah, come to think of it, most of my team need to go in the front. This isn't that good. Thankfully, if it gets really bad, again, I do have, obviously I have Trunks and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't really have a choice this next turn, because I have to assume that Broly's going to keep putting on the UR DBS Broly. So I'm gonna probably need to play it safe these next few turns and put Vados out with Trunks and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Because if not, at that point I kiss my whole team goodbye. Now, here's the other scary thing about doing that, though. They have Beerus. I'm not cool with that. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of options here. I'm gonna have to just improvise and play it safe here. Of course, I thought Beerus was gonna be in a sugar square, but nope. Screw it, I'm just gonna try to outspeed and kill Whis while I'm able to. He's not even on his trigger square. This should kill, I think. Nope, almost. I just realized how awful this deck is for this team I'm facing right now. Probably should have picked a different one. And this is probably going to kill them both. Jesus. Okay, good. So, we both have ults. Here's what's good for me. Trunks is way faster than what they're going to put out as far as speed. Like, especially that Broly, the DBS UR Broly. He's got obnoxiously high damage and obnoxiously low speed. I just realized something too in my mouse. I wasn't taking any damage at all. I'm not sure how I really pulled that off. Alright, well that's going to do it for this Hero Colosseum vid. I will see you guys in the next one. Might be doing a couple more here and there. Again, I will be uploading more content very soon. Just, it's going to be in spurts. I'm going to be pretty busy with 3D World on Switch, but anyway, I will see you guys next time. Again, go check out Rockin' Robo. He's got a tournament going on right now, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.